Welcome to Apps for iPads with your Instructional Technology Professional Learning Team. In this video, we will walk you through an overview of Apple Classroom. Apple Classroom turns your iPad or Mac into a powerful teaching tool that helps guide learning, share work, and manage student devices. You can guide learning by launching apps and websites. You can see what students are working on in real time. You can monitor student progress and see a summary of your students' activities. To get started using Apple Classroom, you will need to be logged in on your iPad with your Apple ID. Once you've logged in, you will launch the App Store. In the search, you're going to type in Classroom. You're going to scroll down until you see the Classroom icon. You're going to download. Keep in mind the teacher is the only one who needs the app. Students do not need the app when they are using their iPad. To continue, you're going to launch the app. Here you're going to press continue. You're going to type in your name. And then press done. This is where your classes will appear. You can add a new class by selecting Create Class in the middle of the screen, or the plus button in the top right corner. You're going to give your class a name, choose an icon, and you can change the color. Notice you can also add a description. Once you've given the class a name, chosen the icon and the color, and add a description if you prefer, you can choose Done. Now you have created a class, you're ready to invite students. You're going to open the class. You're going to press on Invite Students. So the invite code will appear, and this is the code students will use to join the class. You can either write the code on the whiteboard, project it, or display the code using AirPlay. Once you've invited students to your class by sharing the join code, the Apple Classroom icon will appear on the student device. The students will go to Settings, tap on the Apple Classroom icon on the left, choose the class under New Class Invitation. They will type in their first name, last name, or both, and then add the join code. Press Add. Students who have successfully added themselves to your class will appear. Once all students have joined, choose Add. You will now see the thumbnail that is live. So I can see that Diane is on Photos and that Lori is on Book Creator. The icon actions across the top allows you to perform actions on many devices at once. This can be for the entire class, a single student, or a group of students. To navigate to a specific app, choose the book stack or cake icon at the top. Here I can open a specific app for my students. If I want to lock my students on an app, I will slide the button. This will not allow students to go anywhere else on their iPads. If I want to unlock my students, I will go to the padlock at the top and click Unlock. The next icon on the toolbar looks like a compass. The compass icon will navigate students to Safari and then to a specific website. After I choose Safari, I will then click on Favorites. The thing to note here is you must have the website saved in your favorites. I have the Escambia County School District and Scholastic News as favorites. I'm going to choose Scholastic News. I now have navigated my students to Scholastic News. If you want to go to Scholastic News and still be able to see your students, choose Go to Scholastic News on this iPad. Choose the 3 gray dots at the top. Choose Split Screen. Choose the Apple Classroom icon. So now I can work with students and still see where they are on their iPad. To return to full screen, tap on the 3 dots at the top. Choose Full Screen. So now you're back to viewing only the class. The next icon I want to talk about is the 4 square array. This switches how you view student thumbnails. When it's a perfect square, I see all of their thumbnails. When I switch it, it shows me their initial and an icon of what app they are in. I can see Diane is in the Safari browser and Scholastic News, and Lori is in Geoboard. Notice on the side where it says Apps, it will give you a list of all the various apps your students are using in real time. Right now I have one student in Geoboard and one student in the Safari browser. The next icon is the Hide button. The Hide button does show up here. This is designed to hide apps, but our district uses a management tool to manage apps, so that really doesn't do anything. The padlock allows you to lock student devices completely. They can't do anything while you have it locked. You can see the lock icon on the student thumbnails. When you're done with them being locked down, click it again to unlock all devices. The speaker with the line through it does just that. It mutes all devices. Students will have the ability to turn them back up immediately, but you will have a brief second, at least, before they figure out that their devices have been muted. The three dots allows you to invite students by bringing up a join code, remove students, and end class when you're ready. The word select allows you to mark specific student or students to send one of these commands. You can do this on the fly, so if you notice a student or a group of students who aren't doing the right thing, you can select those students quickly and lock them down or navigate them back to where they're supposed to be. So that's a nice way to select multiple students at once to send to a command. You can create groups to help differentiate instruction, create a group for students who might be working on a project together, or create groups for small group instruction. In the sidebar, select New Group, enter a name for the group, then select OK. Select each student who will be a member of this group. A check mark will appear for each student you select. Select Done in the upper right corner of the screen. The group you just created will now appear in the sidebar. You can perform all the actions we have gone over for a single student instead of your entire class. You simply tap that student's screen. You can navigate them to an app, a website, view the student's screen in full view. I can see Diane is on notes. You can lock their screen, mute their device. I can display their device through AirPlay, and I can remove them from the class. When you are ready to end class, go to the three dots at the top, choose End Class. Once you have ended class, you will get a class summary. Class summary provides an overview of the apps your students used. You can click on the app to see which students used the app and for how long. You will then click Done, and that will navigate you back to the class home screen. Once you have added your students to a class, you will not add them again unless that class gets deleted for some reason. So that's a quick overview of Apple Classroom and how it can be used to navigate learning. Thank you for watching us for A Byte of Tech, Apps for iPads.